I am Michelle Chalfant, psychotherapist, holistic life coach, and human just like you, learning to navigate life's challenges. With over 25 years experience, I teach people how to get healthy using the adult chair model. The adult chair model is where simple psychology meets grounded spirituality, and it teaches us how to become healthy adults. From anxiety and depression to codependency and relationship issues, you can use the adult chair for just about anything. Each week, I share practical tips, tools, and advice from myself and a wide range of experts on how to get unstuck, how to live authentically, and how to truly love yourself, all while sitting in your adult chair. Welcome to the Adult Chair Podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Adult Chair Podcast. I am Michelle Chalfant. Happy to be here with you today on podcast number 250. Let's see, people. We are talking today about how to build empathy and improve your relationships. How about that? It's going to be a good show. Really good show. I'm giving you 4 simple steps on how to build empathy. Can you grow it within yourself? The answer is yes. And we're going to do it with 4 simple steps. You know, here at the Adult Chair, I am all about simple psychology and grounded spirituality. And that's what this is about today. As usual, very simple. I like to break it down and make it easy so everybody can apply it and you can start today learning how to build empathy. The only thing I want to share with you is that, in case you haven't heard, we do have the Adult Chair meetup groups worldwide for free. We are calling these meetup groups TAC Circles, TAC Circles. I did change the name. Last month they were called TAC Gatherings, which was a mouthful, as you can imagine. Try to say it right now out loud. It's too hard to say. So I changed the name. I love TAC Circles. And this is international. So if you'd like to meet with, of course, right now we're doing all of these on Zoom, hoping that by maybe April 1st, or the month of April, we can meet in person. But if you'd like to join a group in your area, or just one nearby, you can do that via Zoom. Just go to theadultchair.com/TAC Circles, and you can join a group. We are forming brand new groups worldwide in April. And if you don't see a group, you could always become a group leader if that would be something that you'd be interested in. Just let us know. And we're going to be in touch with you guys in the next few weeks about the next groups that we're launching in April. And if you're new to the Adult Chair and someone forwarded you this podcast, you're asking yourself, what in the heck is the Adult Chair? It's a manual for healthy living. That's what it's all about. And if you go to theadultchair.com, you will find all kinds of information there. We've got lots of free offerings for you to get started on really living in your adult chair, which is the healthiest place that you can live. And we also have all kinds of other good stuff. If you want to take the Adult Chair deeper into your own life, it's a monthly program, but there's a lot that goes on weekly in our TAC Tribe membership. And also, you're going to be hearing from me very soon, you guys, because we're getting ready for the next coaching certification, the Adult Chair coaching certification. We're graduating our first group of students in March, and launching the next program, which I think we're going to probably start in August or September. I was hoping for June, but because of COVID, we're going to push that off a little bit. But you'll be hearing me talking about that probably in the next month or so. So stay tuned for that. All righty, here we go. Is that all I have to say to you? Yes, that's it. Okay, jumping in. Here we go. So how do we build empathy and improve our relationships? Let me just say, I've gotten this question for probably since I launched my private practice like 25, almost 30 years ago. And what has happened is I've heard more complaints from people that their mother, father, partner, friend, whomever lacks empathy. You know, why don't they get me? And then the next question is always, can they learn empathy? It's like they're cold-hearted. They don't understand me. Why are they shutting me down? They can't go there with me. I want you to teach them, Michelle, how to be empathetic. We feel my emotions. So that's why I'm doing the show today, because this is a long overdue topic that people have talked about for many, many, many years. So the question is, can people learn empathy? And like I said before, the answer is yes. Absolutely, 100% yes. But here's the thing. they can learn empathy if they want to learn. In other words, you can't force this on anybody. If I'm someone that doesn't have great empathy skills, I've got to be the one that says to myself, you know what? I really want to learn how to do this. You can't force anybody. You cannot want it more than they do. And that's what I see a lot of times. Like, I wish my whomever, mother, father, sister, brother, friend, whomever, could just have more empathy, and they want it so bad for their friend, and their friend doesn't have a clue, or they just don't want to. So it's just like going to build muscle. If I want to get in shape, I've got to be the one that wants to go to the gym or go to yoga or go to do whatever. I've got to have that will and that desire within, and then I will make it happen. This is no different. Building empathy is going to take practice, but it is absolutely something that we can learn. Here's the thing, you guys, we're all born with empathy. We're all born with it. We all notice and feel others' emotions, but somewhere along the way, we stop or turn it down or off, that ability to feel other people's emotions. Maybe it wasn't safe growing up in your household to really feel emotions, so you just sort of shut that down. But I think of this like a dimmer switch. You turned the dimmer switch down. It doesn't mean you can't turn it up and start feeling again. So don't give up hope. Because what I'm going to give you today, these 4 steps, very, very easy things. Again, they're easy steps, but they take application. Let's just talk for a second about the definition of empathy. It is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. The ability to understand and share the feelings of others. So let me break it down. It means that I can tune into what you are saying and feeling, and I can tune into what you are, again, feeling emotionally on a very deep level. So if you're sad, I'm going to go there with you and feel that with you. I'm going to go deep with you. So if you're sad, I can feel and tune into your sadness. I know you're saying it and I can tune into that, but I'm also feeling it deeply. Okay. I don't quickly try and fix you to get you out of your sadness. I instead let you express it. And then again, I might ask you, what can I do to help? What oftentimes people do is they try to fix it. So if a friend says, I just feel like I don't matter today, I just feel really sad, I feel really lonely. Again, the other person typically goes in for the fix. And that's not healthy. That does not help that person. Fixing does not work. When working with couples or really anyone, I've done this work for plenty of mother-daughters, friends, father-sons, father-daughters. I've taught this in businesses, in management. This is a key, really, in business. It's with everyone. Let's just face it. Here's the truth, though. If you don't listen well to others and automatically go into fix-it mode, you might need to be brushing up on empathy. So if you know of someone that needs this, make sure to share this show, today's show specifically, with them. Offering empathy to another human being will get you much farther than fixing them. Okay? If you think back to someone you recently tried to fix or offer your unsolicited advice, if someone's not asking for your advice and you give it, guess what? People typically put up a wall. They don't want to hear it. It feels bad. Because if I'm sharing with you how I feel and you swoop in for the fix, and you go, I know what you need to do, Michelle. You need to do this and that and the other thing. And I'm telling you, I feel really lonely. It sends the message that I'm broken. Think about it. You're coming in to fix me. I haven't asked to be fixed. And you're fixing me. It's like, I'm not broken. I just wanted to share how I was feeling. Okay. Instead, what we want to do is drop into presence and be with another and really hear and feel them with deep empathy. We want to go there with that other person. Deep listening with empathy can change someone completely. That's all we need. It can truly change what's going on within that person's emotional state. Witnessing is powerful. And I have to tell you, whenever I have two people in a session, and I'm just saying again, mother, daughter, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, I don't care what it is. When I have more than one person in a session and we're working on their relationship, there's usually one person is terrible at empathy, if not both. And what I mean by that is really hearing what the other person is saying, because in relationships, we live from the adolescent chair, meaning we're very quick to answer. We're not in the present moment. So if I'm sharing with you that I really feel hurt when you keep coming home late and you're not letting me know ahead of time, or, when you travel and you don't ever call me, I feel really lonely. And if you just could listen to me, that would change me. Instead, what humans typically do is they go in for the fix, and they go, well, I was traveling for the family and I needed to travel and I was busy all day at work, and you've got to get used to that. And that's something that you need to work on from your own childhood and blah, 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 blah. It's like, good God, that feels terrible to the person that's sharing. So please stop it. Please stop. We've got to be better listeners of people that are in our lives. I don't care if it's a friend, if you're a boss of somebody, if you're a manager of somebody, if you're a supervisor of somebody, please start listening to your employees. Just listen. Stop fixing. Nobody's broken. We just need to feel heard. Okay? Stop formulating defenses when the other person's talking. That's not being present. When we live in our adult chair, which means I'm in the healthiest version of myself, it means I'm present. I'm in the present moment. I'm not thinking in the past and future. It means I'm able to sit and listen. It means I'm not defending myself. Okay? It means I'm going to share my reality with you. It means I'm going to tune into your emotions, all of these things. And it takes practice. I'm not saying you can, if you're not good at this, it just takes practice. It doesn't mean you can't learn. You will learn, I promise. But when I have two people in my office, it's really fascinating to sit and watch someone share what's going on with their reality. And then I ask the other person, hey, what did they just say? Can you please repeat that back? It's like 9 out of 10 times that person has, not even a clue of what the first person was saying. Or they might have a little bit of a gist of it, but pretty much they're off because they were so busy formulating their response, their feedback, their defense, that they're not present. That's living from that adolescent chair. That's the egoic perspective of feeling like you're being threatened by that person. That's not what's happening when someone's sharing their reality and sharing how they feel. So, if you're someone that really wants to learn empathy, here are the steps to get you started. Again, if you didn't hear me in the beginning, I'm going to say it again to give you guys hope. Everyone can learn this. Just please give yourself time and grace to practice, but with your desire and your will, you will change this. It's a skill no different than going and lifting weights and building muscle at the gym. You get better at it over time the more you practice. It just is a skill. So here we go. Number 1, learn to feel your emotions. Okay? Here's the thing. How can I feel what you're feeling if I don't know what my own emotions are? If I'm not tuned into myself and am familiar with emotions within myself, how in the world am I supposed to know what you're feeling? Most human, no. Let me retract that statement. Not most humans. A lot of humans live with, I'm happy, sad, or mad. That's it. They have 3 emotions. You guys, we have like thousands. We can go, there's so many different emotions that we can have within. From, I don't feel worthy, I don't feel like I matter, shame, I'm unlovable, to love, I love myself, joy, excitement, bliss, to neutral, to peace. I mean, there's so many emotions. So the first step is to start to get familiar with start getting familiar with your emotions within. Okay. You have to learn how to feel your own emotions. When I work with couples, I find this, they're like, well, I don't know how to tune into so-and-so, whoever they're sitting next to. I don't know how to do that. Well, what are you feeling? I don't know. Okay, we got to start with you then. So learn to feel your emotions. Okay, so I know many of you are sitting there going, well, Michelle, how do we do that? I'm telling you right now. Here we go. I'm just going to give you a couple little tips on how to get started with feeling your own emotions. Get curious about what you are feeling. Just get curious. So if something happens, someone hangs up on you, someone cuts you off on the street when you're driving, when you feel maybe someone doesn't invite you somewhere, whatever it might be, take a moment, slow yourself down, and just notice what might be coming up for you. You may notice just agitation. That's okay. Then wait for it. You might feel frustrated. Wait for it and wonder, I feel frustrated. I wonder what else is in there. Get curious. Maybe you feel like you're not being heard or you feel ignored. What does that feel like? Sit with it. Get curious. Maybe you feel unseen or unimportant when you're ignored. I don't know, but take a moment and let yourself feel it. And when you sit with something and you're curious about it, it's going to come up. It's going to rise up eventually. And then you'll say, oh my goodness, I just felt my own emotion. What do you know? Another way to do that, before you get scared that you will drown in your feelings, by the way, of feeling unseen and unimportant, because I know some of you are probably going, oh my gosh, I don't want to feel unseen and unimportant. That sounds terrible. I just want to remind you, when we truly feel our emotions and we let them process and pass through us without building a story around them, they will pass through us in 90 seconds. 90. That's a minute and a half. That's it. But what we tend to do is we have an emotion. Let's go back to that unseen or unimportant. And then the mind kicks in. We drop into the adolescent chair, which is the ego, and starts going, well, wait a minute. Why do I feel so unseen and unimportant? And I wonder what I should do about that. Blah, 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 blah. That's what causes emotions to stick around. That's it, is we're sitting in story about it. If you could just allow yourself to feel unseen and take a breath and let it come right through you, it would be gone. Okay? They would just come right through. So just start getting curious about what's going on inside of you and get in that practice. And in the beginning, you may not even be able to put a name to the emotion, and that's totally okay. You might start out with, this just feels bad or this feels good, or I've got a knot in my stomach and I don't know why. Just be with a knot. Be with the tightness in your chest. Just start slowing yourself down so you can tune into what's going on inside of you. And let me just tell you, they will start to develop into emotions. You'll be able to start labeling them and going, oh gosh, there's my I don't matter feeling. Wow, that's so weird. And then let it go through and it's done. Okay. Number 2. Stay present. When someone is speaking to you, stay present with what they are saying. What happens is sometimes when someone's sharing with you, guess what? You get triggered. It's your own stuff that's coming up, or what they're saying is somehow you're making what they're saying offensive toward you. And oftentimes it's not, but you're getting triggered. It's okay. So if you're someone that's working on empathy, just stay present with what's coming up, the trigger. Again, just like the last one, stay present with it. Okay. And if what happens is when we get triggered, we want to go in and fix the other person so they stop sharing their emotions so that I feel better. Did you hear that? Let me say it again. If someone is sharing their experience with me, and it's triggering something within me, I'm going to go into, again, either a defense or I'm going to go into fix it mode for them because I want them to stop sharing because I'm being triggered. And remember what triggers are. Triggers are unconscious beliefs or thoughts about ourselves. They're within me, they're within myself, that's rising up because of what's happening outside of me. That's my work to do, friends. That's my work. And you know how I feel about triggers. I love being triggered because I want to know what's inside of my unconscious mind. And triggers that's a wonderful way to discover what's inside of you. So just having that awareness even should help you stay present. So you can take note like, oh, wow, I'm feeling a little triggered right now. I'm just going to stay present though. So-and-so's talking to me. Be with them. Be with the other person. Eye contact is so important. Do not pick up your phone. Do not get distracted. Do not let the dog out. Do not pet the cat. Like just as someone sharing with you, just be with them. Take some deep breaths. Be present. Stay grounded. Okay? When you're with someone, you can say to them, hey, how can I help you? I'm here. Just saying that to somebody, so powerful. I've worked with many people who have lost loved ones. And I've seen so many people just avoid or stumble over what to say. And they'll say, I just didn't know what to say. What do I say? So-and-so just lost their whomever, their son, daughter, husband, father, mother. What do I do? And this is hard, you guys. It's devastating when you lose someone that you love and we don't know what to say. Let me just share with you, being present with someone that's in pain and grief is powerful. It's powerful. Because there's nothing you can say to take that pain away. Zero. But being with them when they're alone in their pain, powerful. Being present. So being present is number 2. It's just it's a skill, but man, what a gift it is to another person just to sit and witness their pain, their sorrow, their sadness, their joy, whatever it is. Be in that with them. That's the most comforting thing you can do. Number 3, get out of your head. Do not analyze. I've said this already. Don't fix. Just be. You can do this. When we're in our heads, we're analyzing, we're defending, we're coming up with a strategy. How do I fix this? How do I get them to stop talking? This is all from your adolescent chair, you guys. It's all from that egoic perspective that's living in the past or future. It's so far away from empathy. Again, like I said, when we're soliciting our unwanted advice, it sends the message that the other person's broken. We don't want to do that. And it makes them feel worse. So just stop that and instead let them just be. Let them speak. Drop into presence, like I just said for number 2. Okay? Being in your head is not having empathy. Being in your heart is having empathy with another. So here are some things that you can ask the other person while you're sitting there with them in presence. So when you drop into your heart out of your head, we can say things like, how can I help? Like I said before, I'm here for you. And as the other person is sharing, it's okay to say things like, wow. You can even, again, like I said, for sure have eye contact, but you can offer touch. Like sometimes people just want their hand held, or maybe it's a touch on the back or the arm or squeezing their hand, something like that. But ask them. Or you can reach for them if you know for sure that there are people that like physical touch. But if you don't know if they do or not, you can reach out and say, does this help you? We don't know what other people need. I don't care how long you've known someone. We don't know when they're in different emotions, what they need. So ask. It's totally okay. Number 4. Get curious and ask more about what's going on. Okay. So if you notice that someone is not, maybe snippy or someone is kind of quiet, it's perfectly okay to ask, hey, what's going on? You seem a little bit off today. Is everything okay? I just wanted you to know I'm here for you. That's the reach. We're reaching to connect with another letting them know we're here to, and we're able to sit and be with them in whatever that's going on in their lives. My son, both of my sons actually, had some parents that were ill over the last few years. And I remember my sons would come home and I'd say, oh, did you talk to your friend so-and-so and ask about their mom or their dad? How are they doing? They have cancer. They have this, they have that. So-and-so had a heart attack. Did you ask your friend how they're doing? And I have two boys, and they'd say, no, I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable, Mom. No. My son's got a correction from love, of course, but I'd say, listen, it was a great teachable moment. I said, you know what? This is not prying. And I feel like some people have this idea that if you ask the question, you're prying into someone else's business. Heck to the no. As human beings, we are beings that long for connection and belonging. And when we're in pain, there's nothing like connecting with another and letting another hear your story. It's not to say that if I'm in pain, I might not want to isolate for a bit, but there's also a time and a place for connecting with other and sharing what's going on with your reality, that you have a parent or a husband or a wife or a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whomever that's sick or ill. You just want to share that with somebody. That's what human beings do. We connect. And so asking someone what's going on in their lives is a show of empathy and a reach to say, it's like you're reaching out with your heart saying, hey, I'm here. So I shared that with my boys. I said, you know what? And my kids would say, well, they didn't bring it up, so I didn't want to bring it up. When you ask someone how they're doing, it's a sign that you care and that you're interested in them and that they're important to you. So please ask. Please ask. You can even just say, hey, I just want you to know I'm thinking about you. I know what's going on with, again, fill in the blank, your mother, father, sister, whomever. I just want you to know if you ever need anybody, I'm here for you. And then if they need you, man, you listen with an open heart and deep empathy and presence. And here's the other thing. People have asked me, is it okay to cry? So-and-so was crying because their father just passed away and I started to cry. Do you think that's okay? Yes. It shows you're human. There's nothing wrong with that. Be human. Show that you have emotions. I'm not saying cry harder than your friend or whomever so that they have to console you. But if you get teary-eyed because something has happened in their lives and they're crying and you start crying, who cares? That's a sign of empathy. It's okay. Okay? All right. So that's it. Empathy is a skill that can be learned. Sit and feel and allow yourself to go there, people. It actually feels so good to be there for another, but also it feels good because you're opening up your emotional body more as well in your heart. You're not only going to change your experience with emotions by practicing empathy, but also strengthen the connection you have with others. And what a better world this would be if we all had more empathy. Amen to that, right? So please share this podcast with others because we want other people to learn about empathy and also to learn how to live in their adult chair. We want to teach people how to be healthy. That's what this show is all about. So please, please, please share, you guys. And that's it. That's all I've got for you today. Hit me up on social media. I am all over the place. As you know, we've got Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Look up Michelle Chalfant or The Adult Chair and you will find me. I'd love to connect with you guys. All right. That's it. I will see you next week. Oh, and don't forget, theadultchair.com/TAC circles. Join a meetup group around the world with one of our adult chair leaders. We'd love to have you guys. All right. Love you all. Have a wonderful, beautiful week. I'll see you seated next week right here in the Adult Chair